Alright, I'm just after finishing milking here. It's gone 7 o'clock. You remember before in this place where me and Nicole worked on putting in this base? Well, this is where our unit used to sit. And yesterday our refrigeration lads that do our work for us came out and they moved this. But you can see how close it is, but it did fit. And that job is ticked off the list. The next one, which is tomorrow, is we're taking delivery of our water tank. I did spend a bit of time looking at different water tanks that people had in themselves and going to visit a few different farms just locally to me. But a company did reach out to me way back quite a while ago and asked me just to have a peek at one of their tanks. So they sent a lad out to us, looked at everything here and came up with kind of a tank that would suit what we wanted. So tomorrow morning they're going to land. I'm going to go down here. I have to go actually and see my father who's in hospital at the minute. So I better go and see him and give him an update of what's happening tomorrow. But in the land here, we'll pick it up and you get to see the type of tank that we got. I'm just fingers crossed that the base big enough. Oh, it is perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm very comfortable there.
He's with me long unwrapping the Sam Maguire.
We might have a better chance in the party.
No, we can't talk enough up here. Every time we see Sam Maguire's and we're on holidays.
Passing through.
We're on holidays, yeah, we're passing through.
This will sit on the top of your tank.
Okay.
As we're looking at it, an inlet from the left or right. The water is filtered through this mechanism. On the rear there you can see the fine mesh.
Yep.
And then goes out the bottom. Whatever material is filtered comes out the overflow here after the drainage. So.
And what's the smaller? It's probably
Just for a smaller capacity if you have a 2-inch inlet.
Well, do you want to tell about your business? And
Yes, Carberry Plastics, we're an Irish company, family business based in Clonakilty, West Cork. The company was founded by my father in 1977, himself and his brother. I began making agricultural products and then diversified over the years. We're 47 years in business now, and both founders, my father and uncle, are still involved in the business, and I suppose I run the day-to-day at the moment. We employ about 60 people in Clonakilty, exporting about 50% of our product to Europe, and then the rest is served in Ireland across agriculture, construction, transport sectors. Water is a big part of our business now, and always was. We get plenty of water in this country, so storing it is a key thing now. Yeah, we do a lot of fuel tanks. We make some building materials, road barriers, mortar bins, fuel storage for wood and coal, and kerosene for home heating. And then we do a diverse range of contract moulding for other companies where we make the plastic piece for them, and then they complete the fitting of whatever equipment it is after. So
Cal's going to give you a kind of a breakdown then about this tank. I'll let him do all the talking on that. He knows best. So
water will feed from your 2 down pipes, both sides of the shed. There's an inlet on both sides of the filter. This filter will sit on top of the tank, which is a 9,000 litre tank. There's a pipe in the centre of the tank going right to the floor, keep the sediment at the bottom and not disturb the water, the settled water, and keep your clean water going to your pump and no issues with seals or any damage. So the tank then comes with an inspection lid on the top, just for checking if there's any issue, and a 2-inch outlet that will go to your pump in your milking parlour. Primarily this tank will be filled with water from your roof. Dry periods, there's a float in this tank. Your mains water will top up the tank, so you're never without water. From our point of view, which is very important for a tank of this size, is you have a very solid base here.
don't look too tight. It's solid around the sides. We're unsure in the middle.
It's something people don't comprehend. Is I have a big water tank. I put it up in a flat area, but this tank full of water is close to 10 tonne. I suppose the rule of thumb is 300 mil.
Okay.
All the way around, and you've more than that there. So.
And depth 150 mil, wasn't that right?
For a tank of that size, yes. We would have no fear. MDP, which is the polyethylene we use, is a natural insulator. From a freezing point of view, would have no issue. The other key point here is that you're storing 10,000 litres of water. To try and freeze that amount is going to take a substantial cold. Water tank like this would have a 5-year warranty. All our bundled oil tanks, fuel points and all that would have a 10-year warranty from manufacturing fault.
Alright, so there it is. The two lads have just gone there now. Before we start hooking this up, I want to first thank Cal and Cahill, who was there with him, the delivery driver, for dropping the tank off. A long journey them boys came from early morning this morning, so they put a savage effort into it, and I'm grateful of that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's the first phase done. Now at least we can turn that off and on. We don't need to hook anything extra up to that yet. We'll be putting our pipe to that when we're hooking up our pump. One thing it is doing is it's facing that way, which I wanted to face that way, so our tank needs to be slightly rotated. So now that we have it closed, we can start fitting our feed pipe from our well up. So this is it coming up here, which is inch heavy gauge. First thing I want to do is put a valve here that I can control the water on and off. So let's get that done. There we go. Just up on top of the tank here now, and everything's plumbed in. Now I've never looked in here yet. We'll just unscrew this cap. That's that red valve there, and there's a wee black lever just coming down from it. I pull up a rope. So the way this valve works is you've got just like a lever that goes up and down. The lever is kind of spring loaded. So when there's a weight on that lever, it's pulling it down, and that opens the valve, lets the water in. But tied to that lever, you have a rope, and on the end of the rope you have this kind of a weighted, it's still afloat, but it's heavier what you might have in a ball valve, just a single little hollow ball. And the reason for the weight is, well, it sits on top of the water, and you can adjust the rope to whatever length you want, how much water you want in the actual tank itself. And when the water level comes up to this starts to float, the tension goes off the rope, the lever springs up, and that turns off the water. So whatever level you want the water to be at, you shorten or lengthen your rope and that will adjust that. So it's very, very simple. Just going to drop this in. I'm not going to let it fall down. At the minute I think it's probably too long. So the way I want the tank to work is I want my roof spouting water to keep the tank full. But if the water level goes below half full, the well will kick in and keep it half full the whole time. And the rain will take it from half full to full. So that'll always leave us that, over the winter time at least, we'll rarely have to depend on the well water at all, because in Ireland it rains a lot. Okay, here goes in. Here. Right, so we've got a wee bit of Christmas decorations left here.
I'm going to throw that at me.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I meant to throw that at you, but I forgot. Why is the wind always blowing in the wrong direction? I wouldn't throw it at you.
Yes, you would.
The wind blew that on top of you, not me. I never done it. Right, so that's now cleared. I'll have to go in and clean that spouting, but I think I'm going to have to replace that spouting. The whole lot of it on both sides, because I can see the red dotting coming underneath it, and that's indicating to me that that spouting is about to crack open. Sheds down there that were built in the 90s only need to replace the spouting only there a couple of months ago. I think I done a video on it. These is only up since 08, 09, and they already need to be replaced. Stuff just not what it used to be. I know, everywhere. So at the minute Hudson is pooing everywhere in the garden beside where we're working, and we're walking it non-stop. He's just like a sewer tank, so he is a walking sewer tank. You give me that piece of pipe that's there. No, it's the spiders are all gone. I took them off it. And open this. Come on, open. There we go. You open like that. What a bit. Get there. Right, so this should open. Like that. And there, yeah, you just come with the brush. Right, so the coal's lifting up that side. So that'll hold it. Push up another wee bit there. Oh, hold there. Will that go in there? Jeez, it's going to be hard enough to get that in there. It is, it will fit, I think. Alright, so we now have the first part of our pipe up. So now I need to come along here, stick it on the bottom side, and I need to put on a 45, two 45s, and kind of line it up. Now this will all channel into itself, which sounds easier than it actually is, but let's keep ploughing at it. Come on. Oh yeah. Right, yeah, no, nearly there now, hang on.
It's like the water's not going to run up it.
The water doesn't run up it, the water runs down it.
It's not.
Cole just asked me how the water's going to run up it.
No, I didn't. That's not what I meant.
This is a walkway for squirrels. Lo and behold, we are in.
How many times have you dropped?
I know, I've dropped them a million times in glasses. It's just them type of glasses. Alright, so just going to slip this lad in here. Didn't go in. It did. Alright. But we're bringing a pipe down here from the overflow. Right down here, we're going to stop above that valve, and then we're going to come at a slope down to here and connect it straight in there, because that is where our down pipe that was up above used to go in originally, and that is going into this manhole here and then straight down to the drain. So this is the pipe that I didn't show you coming down the back, and we come across here. We put a bracket on the wall there to hold it, so that worked out quite simple for us in the end. We have a nice fall going down there and a nice bit of room in the back to run all the pipes, so I'm pretty happy with that. Another thing as well that we will be doing is, you can see there's two 90-degree 6-inch bends there. I couldn't get the black ones. I would have loved to got the black ones, but searched around and couldn't get any. But this is the 6-inch exhaust pipe that's coming down from our meal bin above, and obviously it's sitting directly on top of our compressor now. So I'm going to put a 90-degree bend there, another 90-degree here, bring it across to here, put another 90-degree there, and then a short pipe just going down from it, and just screw everything, support everything with brackets the whole way across. And that way our exhaust fumes will be going out that way, away from the compressor completely. So that'll solve that. So just in case anyone was wondering, I have a 6-inch pipe laying over there, over again that hedge, ready to put into it. We'll probably show you that when it's finished. So once again, a big thanks to Carbery Plastics for doing us a good deal on this tank and sponsoring today's video. If you want to know anything more about their tanks and what they have, we'll put a link in the description for you to check it out for yourself. Alright, so that is the first phase of our connection made. Now, next phase will be to put in our pump. Now, I have a pump bought it back about a week ago. The pipe work got there in the last few days as well, everything kind of measured up. But I kind of want your advice at the same time. And my idea, what I'm going to do is, in here we have our milking machine. So I'm going to mount a pump over there. I'm going to bring our pipe straight through the wall from the water tank. That way our pump is sitting way below the level of the water tank. So we're going to feed that over to there, wire it in, and then bring a pipe up and across and out here, because we have a void there, and up here, and then across here, down this wall or down that back wall. Maybe the best thing to put it down that back wall and put the valve in there tucked in. You can just turn it on and off, just run it the whole length of that power there, and that'd be quite easy done. And by the way, we aren't using gun barrel. A lot of people have gun barrel. And when I say gun barrel, I mean steel pipe that's going to be threaded and joined together. I chose not to do that. I'd have to get someone in to thread the pipe, and I'd rather do this myself, so I went and I bought the 40mm blue pipe in lengths, not in roll. I got it in straight lengths. It'd be much neater when you're trying to fix it to the wall. So that is what I'm going to use there. Another idea I had was leaving that as it is and running a water pipe the full length of the parlour up high, and have maybe a quick release here, that I can take that pipe, hook it off that side, hook it onto this side, and wash down the yard outside as well. I think that'd be very, very handy to have if you were testing cattle or anything like that and you wanted the yard to be clean to stop animals from slipping. So another farm I visited, he had it done differently than that completely. So he had a valve at the top of the parlour, just same as ours here. He had a hose there, had a drop hose just hanging there. They could wash this area down. Then in here in the parlour, he had 2 drop hoses, one here and one down at the bottom. His is an 8 unit as well. The only thing is, his parlour is the same as mine, but his jars are much higher and he has much more clearance. These are higher up as well, and there's much more room between his units than I have. And it's already cluttered as it is, and that's why I didn't want to add more pipes hanging down. Ken was gone off that idea and kind of sticking to this original plan of going down along here, but I'd like to hear your ideas. Another issue as well, and why it's probably influenced me to do this the most, is if you look at our water pressure there, that's good water pressure. The problem is, especially in the evenings, more than anything, when I'm milking the cows and I'm on the last row of cows, first thing cow does when she goes back to the field, she goes to drink. So that has a big effect on the water. I'll give you an example here. If I turn on this hose, imagine that's a drinker running. Now we come along to our hose. That there is what we normally get to wash out our parlour. You can imagine how long that takes. Now I have a creamery can up there, you might have noticed in the dairy, and that creamery can catches the water that goes through the machine, and we use that water then with buckets just to flush it all out first. So that saves a lot of time, because that pressure there would take forever to drive the water out and clean out the parlour. So I have another thing in my head. And this may or may not work, but I was thinking of connecting these down pipes into the system as well, or running the well up into another tank in the attic, a smaller tank, and putting a small pressurized unit in to keep the pressure up on these, so that's not happening anymore. And also have the ability to come along and hook back in the mains to run these if I have to. If there's something goes wrong with the pump on the well or the pump out there, I'd still have the option to hook this back in to the mains and use it. I certainly have the room in the attic to put in a tank and put in a small little pump, or should I just run all from that one pump there? So let me know in the comment section what you think, and maybe throw your ideas to me, or send me a video on Instagram, or email it to me. That would definitely be helpful. So I'm going to end the video now on that phase. I'm going to be going straight into fitting that pump now and plumbing this first section, just getting it to here, and then I'll wait to hear your thoughts to see what I should do from there onward. So as always, thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.